name is C. Vargas, and I'm the farm manager here at Hart, and I get to talk to you about what we do with our chickens and different systems that we got going on here. So welcome to the run. This is where we have most of our chickens, and this is where we get also a lot of our eggs. Most of the birds that you see here are dual purpose, meaning they produce eggs and also produce meat. We have a variety of breeds, but not only chickens, we also raise turkeys in here. What we want to show you around today is a few things that we are doing differently here at Hart in a sustainable manner. So, for example, we are growing trees in here. We mostly have papaya trees, but not only they provide shade, they also, whatever fruit falls down to the ground, chickens have full access to it. What we decided to do is bring the papaya trees when they were young, and they were about this tall, and obviously this tall, a chicken will destroy a papaya tree. So what we decided was to put a cage around the tree so the chickens wouldn't have access to it. And once it was about 5-6 feet tall, we were able to easily remove the cage and giving us a tree that was not tall enough that the chickens wouldn't be able to reach and destroy, but rather grow and mature to a big tree that will produce lots of fruit. So we feed our chickens how the Sustainable Agriculture book shows us to give them a cafeteria experience or method, as we give them the options for them to eat. In the mornings we come in and we give them a hefty scoop of whole corn and we scatter around, and they eat as much as that as they want. They also eat the duckweed as the day goes by. They eat as much as they want. We also, every morning and every afternoon, we open up the soldier fly bin and we scatter the larvae around, and they can eat as much of that as they want or as much as we give them. We also will supplement with layer pellets and oyster shells mixed in. And that in turn, we get every day over 30 eggs, or an average of 30 eggs a day. All different colors or different sizes, and even turkey eggs. What I have here is the black soldier fly bin. This is where we turn low value feed into high value feed materials. For example, we bring kitchen scraps, peels of things that have been processed, and then we bring them in here, and then the soldier fly turns it into this really valuable feed source like this. Now, soldier flies are pretty much all around the world, and you can find them in every single corner of the world now. And they're really easy to grow. They are self-harvesting, and they're also, as Josh Jameson calls them, cheeseburgers for chickens. And if I drop a few, you can see that they go crazy for them. So they're really easy to maintain. You just gotta look out for the right ratio of waste that you're putting in, because if you put too much food scraps, it can go anaerobic and houseflies can come in and it will be smelly. But if you take care, or a little bit of care, you can have a healthy colony of black soldier fly larvae. And the way I collect them is I go near chicken tractors or the outdoor brooders that we have. You can do it by also putting a bucket of kitchen scraps and letting it sit out for a week outside. Then checking it out, come back and see if there is larvae in. You can bring it to your system, and as they eat, they will produce this liquid called leachate, and then the adult female soldier flies will come and lay more eggs nearby, so they will also hatch in here and grow, and then also at the end we'll be able to harvest them. A female soldier fly can lay up to 400 to 900 eggs, and after that they're done, and they only live about a week. So the larva is the most high value resource here, and as you can see here, there is quite a bit. And now that it's getting cooler, they're slowing down. That's the only downside to it, is that once the temperature goes down, they slow down a little bit. But throughout the year, they're very active. They love to eat. They eat night and day, and they're very tough insects. They can withstand fluctuations of temperature, different kinds of food, and anything that you can eat, a soldier fly can eat. And they're really, really, really easy to take care of. All you need to do is move this stuff around, breaking all the anaerobic clumps. And this is actually a little drier than we usually have it, or that I will recommend. You need about a 70% moisture, but they're still okay. You know, they're very forgiving. Another system that we have here at Heart, not just to help us to cut on cost and feed, but also to provide good nutrition to the chickens, is the duckweed system. In here we have duckweed that was gathered not too far from here, and also thrives around in this pond. And the chickens have easy access to the chicken the whole time they're out here. And as you can tell, they love it, and they eat as much as they want. They go out and scratch, and they come back and eat more greens, perhaps some of the feed that we provide, or even another here and there, another bug that they will catch. Duckweed is 35% protein and dry matter, so if they eat a good amount of duckweed, they will be able to have a good nutrition. It's also really easy to propagate, as it reproduces within half its volume in 2 or 3 days, and it's also very delicious to the chickens. What we did is we recycled a kiddie pool, and we dug it down so the chickens wouldn't have to go up, and we put this part of the fence in here so the chicken's head will fit just fine, get access to the duckweed, and also come out and be free again. This is our free range system, whereas we combine it with our pasture. So we rotate chickens and goats in different pastures, but also they have a lot more open space. The chickens have a lot more grass, so their eggs will produce or have more omega-3 fatty acids. They also run around and eat more bugs. So that's one benefit. The only downside to it is sometimes they'll lay eggs in different spots, so you have to go kind of Easter egg hunting almost every day. We also have a combination of tractors as well. So we have chicken tractors where we will have either specific breeds that we want to save the eggs from and hatch it ourselves, or weed birds where we give them a fresh patch of grass once or twice a day. And then we have a bird that has been not confined just in a building, but has fresh air, fresh grass. Also, because of the benefit of eating grass, they will have a lot more omega-3s in their meat. And like I said, we move them every single day, and this where all the structures were built here. They might need a little bit of a touch up. So these are our brooders, and this is where their chicken starts. As I mentioned earlier, we collect the bedding from here, which has some soldier flies in there, and that's where we get our soldier flies from. But also, this is depending on the breed of the chicken, or if they're chickens or turkeys, how long they spend their time here. And this are all we made here. This is a recycled bathtub that we have here. These guys are ready to come out soon, and this is where we keep them, like I said, for the first few weeks of life, and then they move on either to a tractor, to a run. We also raise ducks, and so we have this waterers here. So when the little ducks, because they like to make a mess, whatever water falls instead of the bedding, it falls into this container, which is a lot easier to clean, and you're not messing with, or you're not dealing with wet bedding at all. So that helps us out. This is our deep litter system. And yes, these are not chickens, but it can be used for chickens. This is what we call the urban area. This is where we have our turkeys for now. They're going to be soon come dinner. But the important thing here is we're bringing in something like wood chips, leaf litter, anything that's high carbon, and the chickens or whatever animal you put in there, they're gonna turn that around while they go to the bathroom in there, so it breaks down even faster. And I was gonna say half the time of a compost pile. So you can make this into turn into wood chips. You can turn them into compost in half the time if you do a deep litter system. And in turn, you have an area that is clean, that it doesn't smell, because the carbon and the material that you put in here absorbs the nitrogen from their feces. So yeah, I'm sitting here and I can't smell any foul odor, and the chicken, in this case the turkeys, are happy. They're dry, and they're helping us making compost for our gardens.